Hey guys, welcome to another video, Purple Political Talk here, and today we're going to be discussing the 2020 presidential election debates and what are the impacts it could have on the 2020 presidential election and on the 2020 presidential electoral map. So before we get started, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to be up to date with our latest content. So let's get started. So these debates where Joe Biden and Donald Trump will face off will occur on September 29th, October 15th, and October 22nd. There's 3 presidential debates being held all across the country. In addition to that, we have 1 vice presidential debate, which will be held on October 7th of 2020. So these debates are going to be crucial when it comes to bringing the voters that are independents or even just moderate on both sides of the aisle to the polling places for whichever candidate, whether it be for Donald Trump or Joe Biden. So at this point in time, we could say that the electoral map looks like this. This is the average prediction. This is what my current prediction is, and this is what some other people and some other forecasters have put as their prediction. So we're going to look at what things could happen and to change this electoral map, and truly what are going to be the factors and what tactics each candidate should take to maximize what they can get out of the debate or actually minimize the amount of stuff that they could lose. So currently, I would say that when it comes to this debate, Donald Trump is coming in as a favorite to win the debate. When it comes to election, Joe Biden is the clear favorite. And at this point in time, Donald Trump is behind when you look at it in the perspective. So when it comes to this debate, a lot of people are expecting Joe Biden to stumble with his words. They're expecting Joe Biden to not be able to react well to these attacks, which is a valid concern, I would say, because we've seen him have a little bit of stumbling problems when it comes to giving speeches and things like that. And at a national level, especially with someone like Donald Trump, which when it comes to politics and attacking the candidates when it comes to a debate, we know in 2016 he did a good job attacking and making it seem like he was completely correct. He didn't even care if Hillary Clinton just made a really good point against him. He would say that doesn't matter, and he would continue to stay consistent. So that's one big thing that we're coming in with that expectation that Joe Biden is going to do poorly. Now, there's a couple of ways this could go. One, we could see a whole Donald Trump attack train. He just attacks Biden. That would be a smart move of the Trump campaign because, yes, they do have some things they could talk about when it comes to showing their policies. However, when it comes to the debate, there's other things that are going to affect Trump, as some of them, like things that are not as stellar they've done in their administration in the eyes of many Americans. And the subject of RPG would come up, whether the Supreme Court, all of those things were going to be debated. Donald Trump, it's going to be easiest for him to go attack Joe Biden in a lot of these things, because he has very little ground to maybe move and shuffle around. If he can attack and do it in a way where Americans see that maybe Joe Biden can't respond to those things and make him seem like a bad debater, that might get and pull the heartstrings of some Americans, just because of the fact that these Americans, some of them, if you notice, they voted for candidates because of how they performed the debates. And in some cases, presidential debate performances have really wrecked one of the candidates' choice. Now, on Biden's side, he could go attack on the Trump train. He could keep on going, attack. Again, that wouldn't be as bad of a move for him. Now, where is Joe Biden a little bit less experience, I would say, and has like a lot less part of debating, I would say, is definitely the crossfire part where they start asking each other questions. He has to be able to speak on his feet. That's something important. So now we're going to take a look at the electoral map and analyze what could be the impact and how could it change the electoral map. So again, like I said, this is the current electoral map we do have, and I'm going to show you a couple scenarios. If Joe Biden has overperforms his expectations, but doesn't do a good performance where Donald Trump even still wins the debate, I would say the electoral map would stay the same. If Joe Biden overperforms and actually beats Donald Trump in the debate, I would say some of these states like Colorado and Virginia could go into the safe blue column perhaps. And some of the states like Nevada would go up. We could see states like Wisconsin being solidified. And these states like Iowa, Ohio, Texas, Georgia in some cases, narrow down those margins. Florida could move now into the tilt column for the Democrats. And we could see the Democrats carry the state of North Carolina by a larger margin. Arizona probably stays the same. And we could see a lower down of margins for Biden. He could even probably win some states like Ohio, Georgia, Iowa, Texas. This is kind of like what happens if Biden has a okay to somewhat decent debate performance, overperforming expectations, maybe even beating Donald Trump. If Biden gets completely destroyed in these debates, we're talking more similar to not a Dan Quayle debate, but that could be a Dan Quayle, Lloyd Benson debate, or if I'm correct, George H.W. Bush, George H.W. Bush against, was it Dukakis? Yeah, I think it was Dukakis. So that's one of the things we might see here. And at this point in time, if it gets that bad, we're going to see Donald Trump take some of these states, maybe win Texas by a likely margin, Georgia by a likely margin. We could see him winning in Ohio by a likely margin, Iowa by a likely margin. He could be winning in Florida by a lean margin. We could see him winning in North Carolina by a lean margin. We could see the state of Arizona go by a tilt margin. We could see states like Pennsylvania, states like Wisconsin, these states going in by lean margin or tilt margins. This is if Donald Trump has a very good debate performance or actually overperforms his expectations. He makes Joe Biden seem as this candidate who does not know what they're talking about. And at this point in time, for Donald Trump to win, this is one of the most likely scenarios. When it comes to these debates, are going to be deciding factors for Trump and his campaign. If Donald Trump's not able to perform very well and destroy Biden in these debates, heavily affecting Biden's campaign, then again, that might be a little difficult for him to come back. I mean, at this point in time, this is Donald Trump's last hope. He has to perform very well in these debates. Biden, I would say, is an easier debater than Hillary Clinton, and against Hillary Clinton, he did okay. He had those couple wine-liners, which really have become like a big part of the 2016 election. And if there's anything Donald Trump is good at, it's attacking, without a doubt. And that really is going to be something that really does end up helping him, especially against someone like Biden, who does not take attacks too well, and he's not the best at thinking on his feet. So this is kind of what would happen if Donald Trump, it goes what a lot of people are expecting. He blows it out of the water against Biden, which again, not a necessary thing. However, it definitely could happen. Overall, I would say like the map could stay the same. However, I think that Biden should be able to win some support, I guess, from the debates if he can overperform and literally not do a gaffe or something like that, because then he might actually be able to get some support. When it comes to Trump, I think he just has to attack Biden and he should be fine, and attack him in a way that really does, one, hurt his Biden's campaign, but also something that he may not be able maybe to respond. And overall, we are going to see a very interesting race. And these debates are truly going to be impactful to see what ends up happening during this election. And at the end of the day, these debates are truly going to be a deciding factor. And this might be what tells us if Donald Trump's going to be reelected or he's going to be taken out of office. He's going to lose his reelection. First time it's happened since George H.W. Bush. And overall, this election is going to be an interesting one. These debates are going to be crucial when it comes to winning the election. So this is the current prediction, and so you guys can notice the difference. If Biden overperforms by a tiny bit, maybe he could win Florida. If he overperforms by a lot or even beats Trump, he could win in Texas, Georgia, Ohio, Iowa. And that's if he can like absolutely destroy Trump. Now, in Donald Trump's best case scenario where Biden gets completely destroyed, we could see him winning in states like North Carolina, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. Overall, very interesting election, and these debates are going to be something everyone has to look forward, and it's going to be the turning point of this election for the last month. And take into account as well, the first and second debates are going to be the most important. The reason for that is that after the second debate, most people are going to start voting by mail, especially like a lot of the independents. So that's something else to keep in mind. It's going to be a crucial part of the election. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a huge thumb up, like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to be up to date with our latest content. Hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.